Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening to my news summaries on my YouTube channel, which is called News Sum. I'm very grateful that you're liking it, and please do leave any sort of comments or any suggestions of that sort. Of if you want to, want to see some different topics, so that will be more helpful. So. United States is seeing a trade deficit a lot. Like, the amount has increased a lot in these past couple of months. Many industries have taken a big hit on their business from the global crisis, coronavirus pandemic spread. And, definitely one of them for sure is the U.S. agricultural industry. The U.S. trade loss has increased in March, and both the imports and the exports have, went downward. The loss was increased to 11.6%, and imports went down 6.2%, which was the lowest level since October 2016. And exports were down 9.6%, which was also the lowest since November 2016. But these deficit numbers that are stated in March are just the start of a nonstop fall in global trade, according to Brad Setzer, who is the senior fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations. He said the next few months will most likely show an ongoing decline in U.S. imports and exports. Brad also said that it's safe to project that April will see a much bigger fall, and there's not likely to be a significant recovery in May. So, three major circumstances that have made global trade miserable in these recent months. Firstly was the exposure of the coronavirus in China that caused to shut down factories, and then that led to disruption in the supply chain globally. Second was that coronavirus had spread throughout the world, and that led to many businesses closing down or limiting their services, and because of that, it led to job losses. And then last was government had to issue a stay-at-home order lockdown that held down all the customer spending. So the global lockdowns have mostly generated a global recession, which is reducing demand. And the first most industries to be affected, one of the first most, is trade and travel. Because travel into the U.S. counted as an export and trade statistics, which in March was shockingly down by 45.3% from the previous month of February. And services exports fell 15.3% on the month to $59.6 billion, which was the lowest since December 2013. The decline of oil prices also played a big fair share of slowing trade measure in March. The imports of petroleum products went down 21.9% and exports fell 13.2%. And a drop in global demand in terms of exporting cars and car parts, they also went down 17.9%. That also led to close down factories in the United States. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) estimated that last month in April that global trade would decline 11% this year. The World Trade Organization estimated an even sharper decline of between 13% to 32%. Affecting all of the global areas, specifically Asia and North America. So WTO said that if the coronavirus impact does still continues to move forward, the decline could be far worse than it was during the global financial crisis of 2008 to 2009. Now, Brad said that global trade will recover once the coronavirus pandemic is controlled and obtained, but it might not return to the same level as before. Thank you guys for listening.